Well, my loyal viewers, you're seeing that the steel plant of Azovstal has fallen. Mariupol is now a very serious situation. It's in the hands entirely of the Russians. There is still a desperate attempt to try to play the story up as a tactical retreat by the Ukrainians, but it turns out that 260, I believe, 240, something like that, all gave up completely and totally, total surrender. So now comes the really tough part for the United States government, because now our proxies in Ukraine have been captured, they will be tortured, and they will tell everything. And that's when things really get ugly. Yeah, and so it's not. It's going to be very fascinating to see this, because Russia will extract the information it wants from Azov. They'll also probably, usually places like that, I know there's a high likelihood that these guys were smart enough that they destroyed the intel, but if anybody is a Richard Marchenko fan, as you know, people with some kind of ideological cause who are willing to do things to civilians to advance their cause, that are fundamentally at the stage where they're kind of hyped up on their own villainy and ideology, people like that will tend to write down the records and keep the records of what they've done, because they believe in their cause. They believe it's a holy cause. So terrorists and ideological kind of nut jobs will keep information, will keep lots of information, tomes and tomes of information that you then comb through, break down, analyze, and you start undoing their organization. Or like one of the groups that you could really see how this is done is how Israel handles a lot of this. And a big reason why you could, there's sort of to prove some of this, as some of you might have seen over the years, when there's stories about what kind of people were becoming, say like in Israel and Palestine, what kind of people were becoming terrorists, and they said it was the educated class of Palestinians, because they don't have you need an ideology. You need somebody who can read the ideology and understand it. And so it's one of these things, I know, just nut jobs, crackheads and nut jobs all over the place. Worthless fucking crackheads all over the place. They're always lippy crackheads. And so so now you have this real, this is going to get very, very interesting fast. The whole Ukraine thing is really falling apart extremely quickly. And the fall of Azovstal has really is going to change everything. And you could see how quickly this is changing by what happened with the Senate, where Senate Republicans have totally crushed any funding to Ukraine, any of this multi-billion-dollar funding. The Senate Republicans have crushed it. It is over. That bill is done. There's no way that they're going to get it out of committee before midterms. They'll try to, very likely you'll see, what I'm wondering is if they're going to try to revamp it and propose less, a smaller amount of money, smaller funding. But yeah, with the Senate Republicans crushing that bill, and now the fall of Azovstal and the Azov battalion being captured, Ukraine is done. Now this guy is going to come to the table and he is going to beg. And Europe already is begging. They're already begging. They're like, please, we'll pay you in rubles. Please be cool, Vlad. We didn't mean it. We didn't mean that we were going to accuse Russia of some of the worst crimes against humanity, that we were going to gin up a war, we were going to take out your population, possibly with nuclear arms. You know, that gypsies and ethnic Russian-speaking women are being assaulted in public, stripped bare ass, and beaten and tied up to poles and painted green with a kind of material that's a type of like disinfectant, a medical disinfectant. That's what the Azov battalion likes to do. It's generally apparently like a something that came out of the Soviet Union, but this is this is beautiful. This is honestly kind of beautiful just to see them get crushed, just to see this entire plan, this entire junta. And that the beauty of this is that after they've got pretty much everything but Odessa on the Black Sea, and that's that. They're going to hold the Black Sea. They're going to control Ukraine's commerce, and America. The Democrats fucked this up. The rhinos and the Democrats totally botched this. The Pentagon totally botched this. 4-star general putting out pictures from video games. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Holy crap. You fucking serious. So, this is going to be a very, very interesting next, about a week. This is going to be a fascinating week coming up as you see the Democrats desperately try to make this like, yeah, we totally won. Yeah, this totally worked. No, and now Joe Biden is absolutely, they know he's facing impeachment, and that the impeachment is going to be ugly. It's going to be incredibly ugly, and it's going to it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see later on.